Hello, we are live. Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy Monday.
It is Monday, the 14th of July. Happy Bastille Day to any
Yes.
French revolutionaries out there. And happy almost birthday to Carly.
Yay. And happy birthday to your wife.
Yes, happy birthday, Angel. So we've got a fun lineup of things to talk about today. And we've already got a few folks in the chat. First up, I don't remember. Is it your first time here? Hello, Rengoku. Welcome.
Whoa.
And also, hello to Mr. Michael Bingham, who is excited. He's singing the Back to the Future theme, and that will definitely come up in our big story for this week.
Yes.
And Erico sliding in.
Hi, Eric.
Top of the morning to you too. It's a little earlier for Eric out on the West Coast than it
Yeah.
is here on the East. Thanks for joining us, Eric. You're going to get a shout out in a little later in the show, I think. All right. Well, and sliding in, Viren saying sup to you. Just woke up. I know the feeling. I know the
Nice.
feeling. All right. Well, we got a good number of people in the chat. Wow, people just jumping right in. So why don't we go ahead and kick this show off for this episode in 3, 2.
Please lower your head and watch your step while boarding.
Welcome to the Attractions Podcast. You are all clear for dispatch. Have fun.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Attractions Podcast, sponsored by MEI and AlpenFury. I am Seth.
And I'm Carly.
And we're here to talk about the latest and greatest in theme park news and more, as well as what's going on in our own lives. Carly, it's great to see you. What have you been up to?
It's so great to see you. I have been laying low because I am getting ready for a very big week. Tomorrow, I turn in my final full manuscript of my book.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.
I know what an amazing feeling it is to get to that finish line. So.
Yeah. So and the timing couldn't be any better because then it's my birthday, so I could really enjoy myself. I had
relax,
no idea
enjoy.
The emotional roller coaster it was in writing a book.
It's crazy.
And the moments of joy and happiness are followed by self-doubt, hatred for yourself.
Well, I can't wait. As soon as there's a pre-order available, you gotta let us all know the link so I can rush out and get my copy. Yes. I'm excited.
Well, thank you. And then I'll be celebrating at Disney World, so I think it's a very fitting moment.
Awesome.
So.
Well, maybe while you're in town, we can meet up and have a celebratory drink.
Yes,
that would be awesome.
Great.
I will be at Disney World this week coming up. I know I have a reservation for the 20th for Magic Kingdom, the new nighttime parade.
Yep.
And for some reason, I'm going back on the 22nd to Epcot, so I can see people there going in for opening day of Test Track 3.0. Even though I've been on it so many times at this point, I don't know if I'll even go on it during opening day. So
no, I also forgot this week is annual pass holder preview for Test Track. So we're operating on a virtual queue. I know I'm going to be trying later this week. Hopefully, it's a smooth process. I have to get up early, which I'm not happy to.
You got to set that alarm for 6:58.
Yep.
And hopefully you can. At that point you're up. You might as well just go in and do rope drop at that point.
Agreed.
But
I'm not a rope drop gal, and I know you're not an early person.
I know, not at all. When I'm on the West Coast, it's a lot easier to rope drop on California time for me. But I'm very curious to see whether virtual queue is enforcing the end of the boarding group times or not. At Guardians of the Galaxy, you could get boarding group 1 and show up at park closing and they would still let you through. I'm curious if they're going to do that the same for Test Track. Either way, it will be short-lived though, because they are not using virtual queue as of the 22nd when it's officially opened, as far as I know. So hopefully whatever virtual queue trauma there is does not last for long.
I have trauma from signing up for Universal Orlando stuff. I mean, it's like that. It's so hard to be a theme park fan.
I hear you. I was also the typing cat meme all week working on my own book. But I did take a break to go over to Universal for a little superhero afternoon. I rode Hulk and Spider-Man, and then went and saw Superman in the Cinemark theater. So
I love
that. Was a nice little DC Marvel crossover.
So how does your body deal with the Hulk? Because I cannot do it anymore.
I feel like either I am getting weaker or it is getting rougher. I sat in the front row this time, and the front row is not quite as punishing as the back row. But I always used to be a big proponent of back row left side on the Hulk, and it's gotten a bit rattly for me. Like, I feel like the way Hulk feels now is kind of the way it felt right before its tear down and rebuild back a decade ago.
Yeah.
So maybe it's time for another rebuild. Who knows?
I would not mind. I know I do it once a year and I regret it instantly.
Yeah. You know what? I'll still do Hulk all day over Rip Ride Rocket, though.
Oh yeah. I mean, we have to do it one more time before it's gone. So
it is being torn down on my birthday, which is the best present they can give me, because it means that I no longer have to do my annual mandatory rewriting of Rocket, just to confirm that it still does not agree with me. Yeah. But I'll do it one last time and listen to the Rainbow Connection.
I love it. That sounds perfect.
All right. Well, without any further ado, I think it is time now for us to jump into the news in the queue. All right, we are starting out at Walt Disney World with the Cool Kid Summer, which is a lineup of entertainment and activities focused on families and kids that the Disney World Resort has rolled out across all 4 parks this summer. And, I kind of saw it as a cheap promotion to avoid having any brand new e-tickets to promote this year. But Blake Taylor has written a really interesting article on Attractions Magazine that's kind of suggesting it's a little more than it seems. It's actually a way for Disney World to experiment with kinds of character interactions that we don't normally get on the East Coast. I'm a big fan of out in Disneyland, the way you find free-range characters, where it's not just a queue and wait your turn to get an autograph and then shove off to the next person, where they wander around and interact, and you can follow them or, play with them. And we haven't really had that here in Disney World. And this Cool Kid Summer is kind of an opportunity for that. Do you feel the same way I do about free range characters?
It takes a lot for me to wait in a line, and I'm not doing it for a character. It's also like, I'm usually at the parks by myself. So I'm just like this lady in line to meet Cinderella. It's not my vibe. I love the spontaneous thing. I love the way Disneyland does it. And, you haven't had anything at Disney World like this since, do you remember Mickey's Backyard Barbecue, where they just kind of danced?
Yes.
That was the best way to interact with characters.
Yeah. So this is kind of taking things that Disney has done with other dance parties, meet and greets, shows, and kind of combined them and thrown a lot of surprise and delight. I think it all started when Disney realized they could make a lot of money off of selling autograph books. Those back in I remember the late 80s and the early 90s, like the autograph hunting thing was like a big deal, and they made bank on selling those autograph books. But once they did that, then they had to have an established way of knowing where the characters are and when you're going to get to see them, instead of it just being a random, spontaneous, magical encounter. So I think for a long while, the merchandise money was the tail wagging the dog. At least here in Orlando. And now we're kind of getting back in a way to an earlier time where the characters were something to play and interact with, and not just get them to sign something. Right. So they're giving out these cool kids summer brochures. You can pick one up in all 4 parks that point out the places where these activities are. And like we mentioned, some of them are more like a dance party. For example, at Big Top Bash in the Magic Kingdom, you've got a DJ, you've got stilt walkers, and Pluto comes out and does line dancing with the guests. And some of them are a little more creative. If you go over to Hollywood Studios, they've got the animation courtyard. They got some obscure characters like Clara Bell the cow.
And now she's getting her own breakfast at Disneyland. Did you see that?
Yeah, no, I did not. That's awesome. Good for her. So she'll like sit down and play with the kids. There's coloring activities. There's dancing. You can still get your traditional photos, but it's more than just posing for a picture. It's actually having an interactive moment. You also find this at Animal Kingdom, in Restaurantsaurus, and in Communicore Hall, where Goofy does a bunch of like aerobic activity, gymnasium games with the kids.
No, this is great. I mean, I feel like this is such more of a memorable experience than, standing in a line for an hour and then you have your little rushed moment. Mm-hmm. This feels so special. I mean, imagine you have a picture dancing with them,
Yeah. So hopefully this Blake is right, and this is kind of a testing ground for things that can stick around past that. In the meantime, while this is going on, things I'm used to seeing only at Disneyland. It's neat to see them at Disney World. For example, this isn't being advertised, but during the early entry period at Fantasyland, you might see characters just randomly wandering around. Jeff Jones from Timeless Tales Travel captured this really adorable video of I can't tell, is that Chip or Dale? I think that's Chip trying to buy ice cream. It's very disappointed that they don't sell ice cream for breakfast.
No, I mean, this is great. I mean, these are the moments that you really remember. You see Minnie on Dumbo, that is iconic.
Yeah, great video from our friends at mousestep.com. A lot of great stuff coming out of this. So hopefully some of these cool kids summer activities will kind of linger, and we don't just go back to putting clones of princesses in a box behind an hour-long queue.
100%. But you know what? This is why we can't have nice things. So let's hope that people keep their act together and we're respectful.
Hopefully. Another kind of character encounter, Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia, California, has brought back their DC Heroes and Villains Fest that launched last year in 2024. And according to our producer, Jeff DePauli, it is bigger and better than ever. Maybe a sign that some positive effects from the Cedar Fair merger are leaking over into Six Flags Entertainment.
Yes, you know what? I haven't been to Six Flags in a minute, but this event definitely piqued my interest, and I've been following a lot of people that have been going. The food looks really good.
Yeah, I was going to say, this definitely looks like a step up for a seasonal event for Six Flags. This is running every Friday and Saturday night now through July 26th, so you got a couple more weeks to catch it. It starts at 5 p.m. and it transforms the DC Universe area over at Six Flags Magic Mountain into a land of heroes and villains. It starts with a heroes cavalcade, a little mini parade through the portion of the park, and there's an opening ceremony, a little mini show that gets crashed by the villains. And then from the rest of the night, there's different activations and experiences all around the land, some of them tied to the heroes and some of them tied to the villains. And you can basically, you could do this all the way until park closing at 9 or 10 o'clock.
No, I love this. And I'm getting some Disney Destiny vibes because it's the whole heroes versus villains thing.
Right.
It's so fun.
Yeah. This, in some ways, I don't know how in depth, but it's almost a little bit like what Knott's does with Ghost Town.
Yeah.
Bringing that whole area alive with characters and shows. In addition to the cavalcade and the ceremony, they've also got a superhero for a day contest, a SmackDown, Joker's dance party, Harley Quinn and the Hyenas. I hope that's like a punk rock band. I think that would be awesome. And Catwoman's Perpetrators a Go-Go. And we've got a shot of what looks like a dance show with Catwoman wielding a whip. So
very scandalous.
Yeah, I'm sure all the dads will be lining up.
Yes.
And you've got these dance shows, performances going on throughout the night. There's DJ sets going on in between, and when the characters aren't on stage, they're out meeting and greeting and posing at photo ops. They've even got the is that the Jared Leto version of the Joker from
that picture?
That's a questionable choice.
You have to look at the story because
let's look instead at the food. Let's not look at that and look instead at the food, which, like you said, looks like a huge step up for Six Flags. They've got tasting cards that let you try 6 of these samples for $35. And Jeff says that the portions are really good and it's a great value. They said that 2 people could share 1 tasting pass. We've got, looks like kind of a kefta meatball and a skewer. There's a shrimp salad. There's wings, even a candy apple. Yeah.
I think I was looking through like the prices. Everything seems really fairly priced.
Yeah, we're looking at
really decent.
Under $10, and we've seen what prices for festival food here is like in Orlando.
Right.
That's definitely very reasonable for California for sure. So like we mentioned, this is running now through July 26th at Six Flags Magic Mountain, and there is a similar version of the event also going on at Great Adventure in New Jersey.
Yes.
Okay.
Area.
We are going to head north now
yes.
to Canada's Wonderland, where very highly anticipated roller coaster AlpenFury officially debuted on July 12th. We've got POV videos. I've been watching reactions and reviews, and this one looks like a monster. This looks like a really intense ride. I got to say, when I was watching it, I was like, this must be like an Intamin. But no, it's a Premier Rides.
Yeah.
And though I always think of Premier Rides as more like family indoor coasters. I know they did like Revenge of the Mummy. I don't think of them as giant multi-launch or giant launch multi-inversion coasters, but this has got a record-breaking 9 inversions. That's the most inversions for a launch coaster in North America.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never been to Canada's Wonderland. It is
no, me neither.
Parks that like is high up on my bucket list. Yeah. It looks amazing. I mean, the way it's built into that mountain, very cool visually too.
Yeah. Canada's Wonderland has this big artificial mountain in the middle, which I think has a ride inside of it as well.
Yes.
And now it's got this new bold blue tracks wrapping around it and over it. If you are in the Toronto area and you want to check it out, the statistics are that it hits 164 feet high.
Wow.
And top speed of 71 miles per hour. And from the POV videos that we have that you can watch, it is absolutely relentless. It just goes from one element to the next. It doesn't even look like there's a mid-course break. It's just one inversion into the next. Doesn't look like it gives you a single chance to catch your breath.
Wow. Yeah, don't eat poutine before that.
Not recommended. No.
Very light food before this. This looks wild. Would love to do this one day.
Some of the signature elements on this coaster are the Fire Serpent Roll, which is a weightless inversion with 2 near-miss encounters between the train and track. A ton of head choppers on this one weaving in and around. The Sky Flyer Loop, which is a helix combined with a zero-G stall combined with a descending roll. And then the Ice Winder Roll Twists, which are 2 inversions that twist and then untwist back to back. So we've got Velocicoaster, we've got Stardust Racers, but this definitely looks like it gives them a run for their money on intensity.
Oh yes. You know, I love Velocicoaster, but it's relentless, but it's not aggressive. It's very smooth. Yeah. So I'm curious, is this going to be like that? Is it going to be wild?
Yeah. There's a bunch of great first ride reaction videos that I was watching from the coaster enthusiasts. They all seem to be going crazy for it. The general public, maybe it might be a little too much for them. But this is definitely, you know, a big step up for Canada's Wonderland, which is part of the Cedar Fair group that merged with Six Flags last year. So check out that POV that we've got and the article at attractionsmagazine.com. All right, a little closer to home for me. We've got a new immersive gaming experience on International Drive. For once, it's not virtual reality. It's not a simulator, but it is something new, and it's called Activate Orlando. It's a family-friendly kind of location-based entertainment complex with active digital gaming play. Let me try that one more time. Yeah. Active digital gameplay blended with high energy challenges in a social setting.
So it's a workout is what you're telling me.
Yeah. So you're going to have to, I think, look at some of the pictures and especially the video that we posted on our YouTube channel that shows you just how to play these games. But you're not holding a joypad in your hand. You're not wearing a headset or glasses on your face. You're in physical rooms doing physical activities, but there's video screens and projections and lasers that make it all come to life.
It's like being on a game show, you know?
Yeah, that's what I thought. It looked like a high-tech version of some of the old Nickelodeon game shows that used to watch back in the day.
Yeah, I was thinking like Finders Keepers, like of a new, like of today. Yeah, which I love. You know, I'm not a big VR person at all, so I love like physical stuff, and so I think this sounds amazing, and I'm happy we're moving in this direction. You know, it's not virtual; it's real.
So it's a 10,000 square foot facility that's divided up into 12 high-tech rooms. And some of them are sort of like a mega grid or mega laser, which you might have seen on social media. You are doing physical things like throwing balls or ducking and crawling over under laser beams. There's also mental challenges, and you have to can be cooperative or you can play competitively. And they give you an RFID wristband, kind of like a magic band that tracks your progress and lets you compare your score to your friends and family.
Very cool. Sounds like a fun night out.
Yeah, this is the first one that we've got here in the state of Florida, but there's actually 40 of these around the world. Canada, Dubai, the UK. So it's located at 9101 International Drive. That's the Point Orlando complex. So it's not too far from the parks. And 1 hour of gameplay costs $30, or you can get another half hour for another $10.
Is that for your group or for a person?
That I believe is per person.
$40
for a whole group would be very generous.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I often forget, you know, just how expensive a lot of these experiences are. Yeah. Total side note, but I wanted to go bowling when we were just at Dollywood at the Guy Fieri place. It was like $47 an hour.
I remember bowling used to be cheap. Like your mom used to give you a $10 bill and you could bowl and get a snack and play a couple of video games, and like you'd be taken care of for the afternoon.
I know, but it's also good to, when people complain about like theme park ticket prices, if you go do all these activities in a day, you're going to spend more.
It adds up to it adds up real quick.
Going to a park, so
so if you want more information about this, go over to playactivate.com or check them out on socials at Activate Games. And I think the best way to get an idea of what this actually, because it's kind of hard to picture it.
It is.
It's sort of, you know, some of it's sort of like Squid Games with no death.
Yeah.
I don't know. Check it out at our YouTube channel and watch that video.
And it's all inside. So what a great way to not be in the Florida heat right now.
And finally, in the news of the queue, speaking of indoor family activities, the grandfather of all family entertainment centers is, of course, Chuck E. Cheese, the beloved icon of Gen X 80s kids. Well, Chuck E. Cheese is making a comeback for adults. They've got a brand new concept called Chuck's Arcade, and it is open in 11 locations, 11 cities across the country. Unfortunately, none of them are here in Central Florida. There is one in Florida, but it's an arcade that is filled with games and even has some of the original Chuck E. Cheese animatronics on display.
So cool.
Unfortunately, they are not working. They are just display pieces.
And you have to see this merch. Look at this article because the merch is like so 80s, 90s vintage. Like I want to go just to get a t-shirt.
Yeah, it's all throwback. It is all definitely geared to nostalgia for my generation. And I guess it's designed so that an adult can go in and play the games and enjoy Chuck E. Cheese without feeling weird.
I do have one bone to pick with Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay.
So I have gone to a regular Chuck E. Cheese in recent years with a friend with a kid, and they now have beer and wine, which is great. This concept, which is for adults, doesn't have alcohol.
Really?
So bizarre. Yes.
That is odd.
Yeah.
I assume that at the regular Chuck E. Cheese, the beer and wine is basically there to keep the adults pacified so they don't go insane from the noise and the flashing lights. Whereas maybe here they would be afraid that if adults started drinking here, they'd go a little too crazy with the skee ball and there'd be violence.
Well, when I drink around arcade games, I just spend a lot more money.
So the flagship location of this is in Kansas City. It's officially called Chuck's Arcade and Pizzeria. So you've got a full menu of pizza, which is probably not my favorite memory of Chuck E. Cheese is not the pizza itself, but
it's definitely the animatronics.
Yeah. And other cities where you can find this include Buford, Georgia, El Paso, Texas, Nashua, New Hampshire, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Salem, New Hampshire, St. Louis, Missouri, St. Petersburg, Florida, closest one to me, Trumbull, Connecticut, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Victor, New York. And if you're in Brea, California, you've got one coming in the near future. However, there isn't a Chuck's Arcade in Central Florida, but we do have something related. I think we're going to be talking about this probably in an upcoming episode when our publisher Matt gets to pay a visit. But I got a sneak preview of the brand new Mystery Funhouse arcade experience powered by Chuck E. Cheese. This is a throwback to the Mystery Funhouse that existed across the street from Universal Studios Florida in the 70s, before Universal even existed, through the 80s. It closed in 2001. But they are bringing back the spirit of it and some of the artifacts from it as a 10,000 square foot arcade inside the Westgate in Kissimmee, which is, I think, the world's biggest timeshare resort.
Wow,
it's an absolutely incredibly huge resort. And both Westgate and the original Mystery Funhouse were started by the late David Siegel. This was something that was really close to his heart. I got a tour of it with the architect, and he worked on the plans for this before he passed away. Mostly it is an arcade. A lot of all the newest games, plus they've got some throwback 80s arcade games. But they're also going to have museum exhibits with some of the original animatronics, which, interestingly enough, Mystery Funhouse's animatronics were built by Chuck E. Cheese back in the day. They were reskinned Chuck E. Cheese animatronics.
Wow.
And they've got some old props from the haunted house. They're building a mirror maze like they had in the day, and they've got some fun things like a candy shop that's built right underneath the water park. So water slide goes through the middle of the candy store.
That's so
very
cool.
very Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
So this is down in Kissimmee. It officially opens in August, but it's in soft opening now. And like I said, we're probably going to talk more about this once Matt gets there to check it out for the grand opening. But I've got a preview of it in the Orlando Weekly coming out this Wednesday.
Amazing.
All right, so that's enough arcade action. We've got one more big story to talk about, but before we do, it's time to hear a word from our sponsors.
The Attractions Podcast is brought to you by MEI and MouseFan Whether your next vacation is a magical trip to the theme parks, an exciting adventure to the pyramids of Egypt, or just a relaxing cruise on the turquoise waters of the Bahamas, MEI-Travel provides premium service and expert advice to help you get the most of your vacation. They are always free of any hidden fees or costs to you. Visit them at mei-travel.com.
It's time for the main attraction!
All right, for our main attraction, we are headed out to the West Coast, which I am going to be doing in just a couple weeks. And when I'm there, thanks to our friend Eric O, who was in the comments a little earlier, I am going to be doing a 4 theme park day, rope dropping DCA, heading over to Knott's Berry Farm for a few hours to check out Ghost Town Alive, and then heading to Universal Studios Hollywood to check out the Universal Mega Movie Summer Activations. It's kind of, they recently had that movie event after hours that you got to check out. And
it was the greatest event I've ever been to in my entire life, and I cannot emphasize that enough.
Unfortunately, a lot of that is just for that event, but a little taste of it is sticking around with some more movies paying tribute to Jaws, the Jurassic franchise, and Back to the Future for festivities that are happening now through August 10th. And our producer, Jeff DePauli, got to go and check it out, took some pictures, and has a great article up filling you in on everything that you can see at Universal's Mega Movie Summer Activation, now running at the studios.
Yeah, and the timing's perfect because a lot of these franchises are celebrating milestone anniversaries.
Yes.
So it all kind of works together.
Yep. The big 50th anniversary of Jaws is going on right now. They're celebrating it both at Universal Hollywood Universal Orlando here and Universal Hollywood. They've got meet and greets with Quint, and I have heard that he might be sticking around afterwards as a long-term character.
Yes.
So that's great. There's specialty merchandise and food. And of course, no visit to the studios is complete without a trip on the world-famous studio tram tour with that iconic Jaws theme. They put up some additional 4th of July decor. And the only thing I'm a little sad about is that the return of Jaws to movie theaters for its 50th anniversary in both IMAX and 3D is not starting until the end of August.
Yes,
so
very odd timing.
I was hoping that I could go and see, Jaws Celebration in the park and then go to the Cineplex, which has probably the best IMAX screen I've ever been to, the one there in City Walk. It's got a laser projector. Hoping to see Jaws there in IMAX, but alas, have to save that for another day. But I might have to bring home some of this merchandise, and I think I also might have to try this lobster roll to see how that compares to the Disney Columbia Harbor House lobster roll.
Yes, the food looks great. There's some drinks, but of course the merch. I feel like Universal merch has been so good, especially at Hollywood for all these like retro vintage brands. So good though.
I gotta love this Jaws shark head sipper cup with the explosive tank of oxygen in his mouth that you drink out of. That's tasteful. So another big movie having a big anniversary is Back to the Future.
Yes.
It launched in 1985, so this is the 40th anniversary. Fortunately, they don't have the whole Hill Valley experience that you got to see, but they do have a DeLorean time machine parked up in the plaza. A kind of weird position. They seem to have shoved it in a corner. It's like no one puts the DeLorean in a corner.
No. And there's no Einstein.
But they've got a little backdrop of clocks. No Einstein. But I think that actually, it does say that Doc, Marty, and Einstein will be available for photos.
Oh, so, I have seen Doc was out there.
Okay, well, hopefully, it's hot out there. I don't want Einstein to overheat.
No, we must.
They can get a stunt double for him. But they've also got some great Back to the Future 40th anniversary merchandise to check out, and some specialty food. If you're in Orlando, they've also got some specialty food, like a similar milkshake to this right now at Schwab's on Hollywood area of Universal Studios, Florida. Other things that you can check out during this summer at Universal Hollywood, they've got a ride vehicle out on display in Universal Plaza, giving you a sneak peek of the upcoming Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift roller coaster.
Oh, it's going to be great.
The vehicle looks great, and I love that each vehicle seems to be custom. According to the concept art, they're all going to be based on different cars from the franchise. Gotta love that. And then Jurassic World Rebirth is in theaters right now, and they are celebrating it with a meet and greet with the lovable dinosaur Dolores, a new character from the film, which I've not yet seen. Have you got a chance to see it yet?
I have not. I am not a movie theater person, so I'll have to wait until it's streaming. Unfortunately,
I was going to say I think that's why I pay for Peacock. So
it'll be out before you know it.
But if you're already in love with Dolores, you can meet her. You can snap a picture with a new Spinosaurus photo op, and bring your poncho because Jurassic World the ride has been amped up with even more water. They've got new water jets. I think they have some new dinosaurs spitting at you. If you thought you got soaked on it before, it's even wetter now. So enjoy.
I'm not like a huge water ride person, but this is one of my favorites. It's just so good. And if it's a hot day, I don't mind getting soaked.
The update to Jurassic World was really controversial at the time, with the screens and all, replacing some of the animatronics. But riding it back to back with the one here in Orlando, I'll take the one in Hollywood, especially Amen. that Indominus Rex finale. It's just stunning.
No, it is. It is a great attraction.
Yeah. All right. Well, this event is running now through August 10th. You can learn more about it at universalstudioshollywood.com, and I'm looking forward to meeting up with Eric O and getting to experience all this in person in the near future for myself.
Yes, you'll have to give Eric a hug for me.
Absolutely.
So you said you're doing 4 parks in a day. What is the 4th park?
And then getting back to Disneyland in time to get to Disneyland before midnight, before park closing.
I love that. That's such an iconic day. Are you going to be seeing Walt's animatronic?
Yes, and that I will be using the virtual queue for that too.
Yes.
Announced that will be mandatory, at least. Hopefully they will be able to get rid of that soon. I feel like there'll be a big rush for the first few days once that opens on the 17th. I don't know if the general public is making a special trip for that, but I sure am.
Yeah, it's definitely, I would say, maybe more niche. I cannot wait. We're going to see this week. I think tomorrow the embargo lifts and we're going to see video of it. I don't know. I'm not emotionally prepared.
Yeah. I mentioned that I had gotten to go over to Tom Sawyer Island with Tom Nabby, who's a Disney legend, and he is out there. I think he might be out there right now. They took him out there for a special preview. He's one of the people that they're letting see first. So I can't wait to hear his take on it.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely very excited.
All right. Well, we are just about at the end of the show, but let's take a look back at some of the comments that everyone left us. Skywalker Brian had a great experience. He just saw Patrick Warburton, star of Soren himself, for his first time doing stand-up comedy from the front row. That sounds like a great time. Carly, Michael Bingham is throwing you some support. It is hard, but really fun being a theme park fan.
Yes.
And N is wondering what my favorite musical is. We're mostly focusing here on theme parks, not musicals. Yours, Les Miserables is a great choice. I probably saw that at least a dozen times when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I would say, maybe of the 80s, Les Mis would be my pick. Of this century, I'd say it's between Hamilton and American Idiot. I think American Idiot is the most underrated musical of the last 20 years. So.
I loved American Idiot. It was so much fun.
Cindy Bingham is wishing you a very happy birthday, Carly.
Thank you.
And Mr. Fulton Mraz is having his big 26th birthday on the 20th.
Lots of birthdays.
Happy birthday. Are we going to be streaming Starlight? I don't know if we're going to be streaming on attractions, but I am planning on being there for the unofficial guides. So you can look up the unofficial guides on social media and check that out.
I'll be watching.
Michael Bingham has a fun fact that the backlot tour area was the town from Murder, She Wrote with Angela Lansbury. Cabot Cove. Yeah. Absolutely correct.
Michael Bingham, fun fact, I watch Murder, She Wrote every single day in the background as I work. There's a Pluto channel that is just 24/7 Murder, She Wrote. And it is that and Unsolved Mysteries. I go between the two of them, but it's such a great show.
Yeah, those free streaming channels that just show old shows.
Amazing.
I've got a soft spot for old Carol Burnett show reruns. Yeah,
so good.
And I'll end with Eric O, who is pumping me up even more for Mega Movie Summer. We're also going to get to see the magical creature encounter in Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I got to see some of that, the Niffler, when I was in Japan. So I'm excited to see the rest of that, and also the Hogwarts Always show, which I believe that the Universal Hollywood version has a little bit more pyro than we get here in Orlando, so that should be exciting.
I'm excited for your trip.
Well, thank you for all of you who left us comments or watched today, and I want to remind you to all, please, first remember our sponsors, MEI and MouseFan Travel, and also please remember to pick up your copy of the new Epic Universe magazine.
Our Epic Universe magazine is the ultimate grand opening souvenir for Orlando's newest theme park. It's got 64 pages of photos, vacation planning advice, and behind-the-scenes secrets from all 5 portals: Super Nintendo World, Dark Universe, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk, and Celestial Park. It's not every day a new theme park opens in Orlando, so mark the moment and celebrate history with the Attractions Magazine Epic Universe Grand Opening issue, now available at attractionsmagazine.com.
And last but not least, please give us a rating or review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you happen to listen to us, and please give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. Be sure to follow us at attractionsmagazine.com and search for @attractionsmagazine on your favorite social media accounts. Carly, where can folks follow you on socials?
Yes, I'm at Adventures by Carly.
And I am at theunofficialguides.com, and you can search for The Unofficial Guides, pick up copies of my books. Until next week, I hope you folks stay safe, try something new, but most importantly, have fun, and we will see you again next time. Bye.
Bye.